They say space is beautiful, but what if I told you it is actually terrifying? I know we have breathtaking Hubble images and colorful galaxies swirling around and whatnot, but behind that beauty, space hides some terrifying truths. It's not just empty, it's hostile, bizarre, and mind-breaking. Today, we're not just listing creepy facts. You've heard those. We're diving into the terrifying reality behind them, the kind that warps your sense of safety, time, even existence itself. So buckle up. What you're about to hear might change the way you look at the night sky forever. I am Jay, and you are watching Astrocium. Let's get to the topic. We humans, we're kind of full of ourselves, aren't we? We build skyscrapers, write hit songs, put rovers on Mars. We think we're a big deal. But then you look up at the night sky and you realize we're kind of insignificant and the universe just kind of keeps on going. That's when you think, is there some point? Consider, if you will, the Bode's void. It is a massive empty expanse in space. It kind of brings me back to this question. Back when I used to visit the library, I'd see shelves packed with books, volumes upon volumes of everything we know about planet Earth. But then I'd glance out the window and think, even if we combined every single book, every bit of human knowledge, it still wouldn't capture everything out there. It's humbling. No matter how much we learn, the universe remains infinitely larger, and there's still so much we don't know. And what about the expanding universe? Space itself is stretching, pushing galaxies farther and farther apart, like the cosmos is practicing social distancing. The wild part? Some galaxies are slipping away so fast, they're vanishing from our view forever. How depressing is that? And it's not just about what's leaving. There are new things being born out there, things we'll never even see. And those light-year distances are mind-blowing. Even if we could travel at the speed of light, which, let's be honest, we're nowhere close to, it would still take lifetimes just to reach the nearest stars. We're basically trapped in our own tiny cosmic bubble. Imagine how insane it is to even consider visiting another planet, knowing there might be no coming back. So what do you do when space is so vast that even the things you're searching for seem to avoid you, and the distances are far beyond our ability to travel, learn, or communicate? We stand at the edge of discovery, yet we don't even know the right questions to ask. And you wonder, what did those before us do when faced with the same mysteries? Feeling a bit deflated? Don't worry, it gets even weirder. Next up, we're diving into the spooky silence of space. It's a silence that's louder than any explosion. Here it is, the million-dollar question, the Fermi paradox. If the universe is so vast, filled with billions of stars and planets, and if life seems likely, then why haven't we found anyone else out there? There are galaxies upon galaxies, stars beyond counting, and yet, silence. No signals, no spacecraft, nothing. It's like throwing the biggest party imaginable, and nobody shows up. So, what's going on? One possible answer? The dark forest theory. Imagine the universe as a dense, silent jungle. Every civilization out there is hiding, terrified to reveal itself, because the moment you're seen, you could be destroyed by something stronger. It's a cosmic game of hide and seek, with deadly consequences. And think about this. Do we really believe all alien civilizations would be friendly? We don't even understand what an alien mind might be like. So would you risk reaching out? There are no guarantees out there, no map, no safety net. We know what we have here on Earth. But out there, it's a complete unknown. Then there's the great filter. The theory that some massive, unavoidable barrier prevents most life from advancing. Maybe we've already passed it, or maybe it's still ahead waiting to stop us, just like it may have stopped countless others. What if the rise of intelligent life always ends the same way, with collapse? So now it's your turn. Why haven't we found aliens yet? Are they hiding? Did they wipe themselves out? Or are we just early? Drop your theories in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you think. And here's one more thing to chew on. We keep thinking in 3 dimensions: space, time, movement. But what if the truth lies beyond that? What if extraterrestrial life exists in higher dimensions, and we're simply not equipped to perceive them yet? Are we, as a civilization, even ready for that kind of truth? We all know black holes are fascinating, but let's be honest, they're absolutely terrifying. What's truly chilling is how powerless we'd be if one ever drifted too close to Earth. We'd be like insects under a magnifying glass. No defense, no escape, just waiting to be erased. And the scariest part, we'd see it coming. We'd know how it will happen, when it will happen, but still be utterly helpless. Sure, we could try to flee, hide underground, or launch bunkers into space. But deep down, we know none of it would make a difference. Maybe the only thing left to do is live fully while we still can. And it's not just black holes. Gamma-ray bursts, supernova explosions. These are the universe's version of pressing the reset button. No warning, no protection, just raw, unstoppable cosmic force. We can't predict them perfectly, and we definitely can't stop them. We're at the mercy of something far bigger than us. Even something closer to home, like an asteroid impact, reminds us of our fragility. Yes, we have systems in place, we track the big threats, but it only takes one to slip through the cracks. The universe doesn't play by our rules, and no matter how advanced we become, we may never be 100% safe. We love to romanticize space travel, the adventure, the discovery, the glory. But let's be real, it's probably a nightmare. Picture this, stuck in a cramped spaceship, millions of miles from Earth, nowhere to run, nowhere to breathe freely. If you had to choose between 50 years drifting through space or the rest of your life here on Earth, what would you say? Maybe we were never meant to leave this planet. Maybe Earth is our only real home. Would we still chase the stars knowing that? The isolation alone would be brutal. No friends, no family, no trees, no fresh air, no good food, not even a screen to watch Astrosium videos. Just the cold hum of machines and an infinite silent void staring back at you. It's a sobering reminder of how truly alone we can be. Chasing more is admirable, but what happens when we start losing the things we already treasure in pursuit of what's new? And let's not forget, space is expensive, not just in money, but in risk. One mistake and you're gone. So why are we so eager to go? Maybe we shouldn't. Space is terrifying. Maybe we aren't built for it. And those who do go might never feel the richness of life on Earth again. Maybe instead of sending someone to face death in a vacuum, we should focus on feeding someone down here. Sometimes giving a person food on Earth is more meaningful than giving them the luxury of seeing the stars. So yeah, space is beautiful. It's mysterious, but it's also seriously unsettling. It constantly reminds us how small we are, how limited, and that, like it or not, we're all going to die someday. So the next time you look up at the stars, don't just admire how pretty they are. Think about how terrifying it would be to actually be out there, completely alone, drifting in endless darkness. A total buzzkill? Maybe, but hey, at least you're really thinking. Even with all the danger, the silence, and the sheer emptiness of space, we still look up. We still dream. Despite knowing how hostile, cold, and terrifying the universe truly is, something in us keeps reaching for the stars. And maybe that's the most hauntingly beautiful thing about being human. We're fragile, we're scared, but we're endlessly curious. That quiet, stubborn hope, the drive to explore, to understand, to push forward even when everything screams turn back, maybe that's what keeps us from being swallowed by the darkness. And maybe, just maybe, it's what will save us in the end. Hit like and subscribe if you like this video, it really helps the channel.